And that's a Yola. All right, your name?
Sayid Hussain.
Oh,
Right off the bat, we've got a classic possession dispute. But pay attention, because this case is about to turn into a legal technicality nightmare. The big question, can a landlord still win after the judgment is already paid?
and what is the claim in this case?
I'm trying to get the property back. I filed a motion to possession only because writ, I mean, the large judgment was not paid completely. It was for rent and utilities. I think rent portion was paid, but not utilities.
How much did he pay?
He paid 6,400 just for rent only.
That's the entire judgment amount.
No, that was for he was so he was so far back. 6,400 covered.
And boom, this is the turning point. The judge is making it crystal clear. Once a judgment amount is paid in full, you can't just reshuffle the rules. Legally, the court only cares about what's in the judgment, not side agreements. Did the landlord just lose control of his own case?
March rent only.
Hold on a second, sir. I issued a judgment February 20th
Right.
of 2025. So this thing in 2026 for $5,691.24.
Right. But he did not pay the water bill portion. He paid ahead for the March, but did not pay for the.
It didn't work that way. You can't take this writ if he's paid the full amount of the judgment.
He did, but he did not pay for the rent for March then. He's back.
The judgment's in February.
Right.
So the judgment wouldn't include March.
He screwed it up. Like he wanted to pay for the rent only, like go ahead in the rent, but not pay for the utilities. And the utilities right now, 2,092 and 4.
Sir, I may hear what you're saying,
Right.
but when I took this judgment, it was for $5,691.24. He paid that by your own admission.
Paid it, but we had agreement that he's gonna pay for the March rent, right? He's not gonna pay for the water.
I don't know what that is. So
I got confused that too. So
what?
I got confused with it too. So I'm not sure, but
Well, I don't know what that agreement is because I wasn't there.
right. Right. The thing is, like, they have done this to other rent before, so that's my issue. And
Bad people.
I mean, according to the court documents, submitted that document with my motion. I think exhibit I.
Go ahead, sir. What do you want to say?
I have had a judgment that you had put in for about 600 and change, I believe.
Yeah.
And I had explained to Mr. Hussain on February 27, all these people under he was actually back and forth that he was struggling with the mortgage, and he didn't want me to be late on rent anymore. So I said, I'll pay about 1,200 January, 2,600 February, and I'll take care of 2,600 March since we're coming up on 4 days away. So I said, in return, if possible, you can set aside the water bill portion of it, and I'll take care of that separately.
Now, even the landlord admits confusion, and that's deadly in court. If you're not clear on your own agreement, the judge definitely won't enforce it. This is where many cases collapse. Question for you. Should verbal/text agreements matter after a court judgment?
He agreed, and I have a text message confirmation.
You don't really care about it all because the judgment's in paid.
So, what do you want me to do? Like, do you want me to file another?
You're gonna have to start over as soon as you can do.
Because the court cost was not paid either. I mean,
I issued judgment for a certain amount. The judgment for a certain amount has to be paid.
Right.
That's what I did. By your own admission, I don't even have to listen to you. By your own admission, he paid the judge. There's nothing else I can do.
Paid it, but clause involved that he's not going to pay for the utilities. So this is a lease violation, Your Honor.
Are you not understanding what I'm saying? It's really simple math. If I issue a judgment for $5,000 and he pays $6,000, he's paid the judgment.
Somebody should have told me.
Motion to issue. Well, then you need to get a lawyer. Hey, I can't tell you. Don't sit up there and try to blame him. Don't sit up there and try to blame the court. If you don't know what you're doing, get a lawyer. Motion to issue the writ is denied. Thank you. Name?
Viola Heinz.
And this is a termination. What's the basis for the termination?
Unauthorized.
My daughter-in-law.
Your what?
My daughter-in-law.
Still there?
Yes. I sent for her birth certificate, her social security card. She has her ID, and she has her benefit letter from Social Security that has her birthday and stuff on it.
So you're seeking to add her to the list?
Yes.
Is that what you're?
Uh-huh.
Is that a possibility, Counselor, or what?
Would have happened from the beginning.
Prior to what? So what's that mean?
Well, she's apparently been living there since October.
She's been in and out.
2025. And so I believe because she's been in and out, they gave her an application, and then there's just been some stalling on application. So by the time that we gave them the lease violation notice, significant amount of time has lapsed for getting people together.
No, we turned the application in. And then I told Renee, yeah.
Still waiting on first part the
Mm-hmm. She came from Oklahoma. I went and got her.
I'm sorry?
I went and got her from Oklahoma. She was homeless down there. So she's been helping us, and asked for
Application's been, right, I'm sorry. But the application's been turned in. So if some miracle were to occur that all of the paperwork were here right now, you're telling me you're not going to process the application?
well, the application isn't complete without the paper, so it hasn't technically been.
Do you really want to get into technicalities with me? I don't know that.
But I just want to be specific. I'm saying that it's not turned in until all of the paperwork is turned in, because you can't process it without the
I get that.
especially because it's HUD paperwork. And I'm not trying to but it is HUD stuff, so it's not like I'm.
When
So I'm not trying to.
no, I hear you, but Ms. Hines, when are you going to have when is that stuff going to be?
I can go to Social Security, me and her, and get proof of birth identity from them till the birth certificate comes.
What exactly, hold on a second. What exactly do you complete the application?
We need to be engaged. Right, so you can start like that.
Oh, you're fine. So the kill.
Need ID,
Need a Michigan ID?
social security card, benefit letter, and she has to be in good standing
Good standing.
with the team.
Oh. So, does she have to have a Michigan driver's license?
So you can be
My nephew did.
a Michigan ID.
They accepted him with his Oklahoma ID when I put him on my lease.
Sort of Michigan ID.
Pardon?
Michigan ID.
We get it.
I don't understand why. Because this is all about identity. It's not going to be about. Okay. I understand that in some ways you're the messenger.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can submit the Oklahoma ID and see what happens, but
But she doesn't have an Oklahoma ID.
Yes, she does.
She does.
Uh-huh.
Has an Oklahoma ID. Oh, but is that like it's not a driver's license, it's just an
ID.
Just an ID?
Yeah.
So I thought, wow, thanks. I
bring you water.
No, I was parched. I was just gonna dry up here. You didn't seem to care. I, oh no, don't. No, I do appreciate it. I do.
Come off on, be nice.
I don't know why she couldn't take the Oklahoma ID to SOS and get a Michigan ID. So she should be able to do that.
Uh-huh. That could be why it's compliant, because it's just an ID maybe and not a
Pardon?
could be why compliance once because it's an ID maybe and not a driver's license. Maybe.
Yeah, but they can't. No, I hear you, but I don't think they can require a driver's license as opposed to an ID. If they do, then they
No.
come in here and tell me then. I don't think it's gonna be.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's the ID, and then there's a Social Security card. They didn't think anybody really had. But she can go to the Social Security Administration and get.
Yes. That Monday.
Oh, and then you said a benefit letter.
We have that already.
You have the benefit letter already?
Yes.
So 2 out of the 3 of these things, theoretically, you have.
Yes.
Have you given that to them? Yeah.
So,
Why, Miss Heinz?
well, because it's best I not talk to her right now. She's been harassing me.
Who?
Manager.
Okay.
So
All right.
therefore, I'm not.
Okay.
I will take it in there. I'll have Stacy take it. Her ID.
Do you have it with you now?
No, I didn't bring it. I cut the bus. But I have it at home. Her ID and her benefit letter. I had it in that brown folder when I was here on the 10th.
Gotcha. Okay, so here's what you got to do. I want a copy. I want you to go get a copy
Okay.
of all of those. And I want a copy turned into the court.
Okay.
Okay? And then you take those other copies, those other things down to the management office, give them there. You don't have to talk to anybody.
All right.
Give them to them. And that'll be 2 out of the 3.
Okay.
And then you need a Social Security card.
Yes, and they'll give me the.
Okay, so you would have to go to the Social Security Administration.
Yes.
And I don't even know how they do the cards. Like if you go down there and you got an ID, will they?
You fill out the application and they'll give you proof of it. They'll give you proof of the number and stuff.
They're just sending it through the post office.
Right.
I'll set this for Christmas.
It's about 2 weeks. We just had babies. It's about 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, for a new person. Yeah.
Right.
I think they already started though at the hospital. Bedding's okay and all that. Okay. So if it's going to take 2 weeks to do that, to the termination, is the rent being paid or accepting the rent or what's the deal?
No, wasn't accepting it until I got all that did.
Pardon?
Not accepting it until I got all that done.
I know. It's because it's termination.
Mm-hmm.
How much, do we know how much is owing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 1,500.
About 1,500? Okay. Ms. Hines, do you have the 1,500?
I will have it on the 30th.
Okay. Very good.
Escrow, if Your Honor wishes.
Yeah, or okay. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to get immediately to the Social Security office.
Okay.
What you have to do, all right,
Mm.
to get that Social Security card headed on its way.
Okay.
All right. If you do that next week, and if counsel's right, and it takes about 2 weeks, let's hope. Okay, it'll get there. Other documents, the other two things that you have, you need to get down to the office. I want a copy of those.
Okay.
You're to deposit with the court $1,500. How much is your monthly rent?
$280.
$280. So I want $1,500 and then $280 by the 1st.
Okay.
Okay. And you bring that to the court.
All right.
That's everything. Okay.
And it'd be cash.
So,
Okay.
so ultimately, you're going to put 1,780 into, and I'm just taking her number for the time. And then you do all of that. I will adjourn this then to May 8th.
Okay.
That's going to give counsel, I'm sure, will be right 2 weeks for the Social Security card, but you got to get down there right away.
Yes.
So have those other forms. And there you go.
Is it a Friday yet?
That the 8th is a Friday. One.
Okay.
All right, at 1 p.m.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you.
All right, have a good weekend.
You too.
What's up with the kids?
I was disappointed in him.
I never liked.
Well, I'm
Why
like,
did you wear that in front of me?
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm in a bad mood now. I'm gonna.
I like him, but I don't like him.
Now everybody's gonna have a bad day now.